Folks have been protesting the carbon tax going on 90 days now, beyond that, I think. How important is it for you to be here on Canada Day of all days, standing up for Canadians and standing against the carbon tax?
It's ultimately important. And the reason for that being is it's going to affect all of us in a very detrimental way.
Because we're sick of paying taxes, through our nose. All our money goes to taxes. And I don't even pay taxes as a business. I'm taxed so much before I get there.
Coming down here, it seems like everybody's just having a nice, peaceful camping trip, and they stand for what they love and believe in, and that's our country.
I'm still here for Rebel News. We are just outside Lacombe, Alberta, where the Axe the Tax protest is carrying on. This protest has been going on for about 90 days now. It started back on April 1st when Justin Trudeau first brought in the carbon tax increase. Since that time, these folks have been rallied and united, and they're continuing to insist that it is time to axe the tax. We are here on Canada Day asking these folks, as they begin to wrap up and put an end to this protest after 90 days, why they stood so long demanding an end to the carbon tax. What's it been like for you?
Well, it was very shocking to come across this music festival and then seeing all these protest signs. And then we did some research about Axe the Tax, and we even felt it when we were coming in and going and filling up our tanks, just being like, what is this environmental tax? And then just to see the people enraged, we were really shocked. But I mean, we understood it because we experienced that as well.
Have the people been cold or unkind to you at all?
Not one bit. Very welcoming, very warm. I would say that that's just kind of the impression that I get from all Canadians, just very welcoming people. But I do really appreciate how they do have this very united front and sense of community, and definitely helpful for their cause.
I really appreciate these people that they love Canada this much, and me passing through here, as a Canadian myself, I'm just on my way down to Calgary, and it's just it's great that, coming down here, it seems like everybody's just having a nice, peaceful camping trip, and they stand for what they love and believe in, and that's our country.
Well, I think it's one of the longest ongoing protests that have been developed in Canada, and the anti-carbon tax has brought a lot of people together, and it's really worked rather well. Maybe it's run its course, I don't know. It's time to get more people together. We did, as you mentioned, 30 days, I think, in Cochrane. Then we split the camp up, brought it up here for another 30 days, and then it developed from there for another 30 days.
Is this a sentiment that is popular among Canadians, that the carbon tax has to go?
I think the carbon tax is one subject that really seems to be on the same sort of category on everyone's minds. It has to go because it's absolutely ridiculous. And some of the other topics like COVID and things like that are more controversial, whereas a tax is a tax is a tax, and it's affecting everybody.
Because we're sick of paying taxes, through our nose. All our money goes to taxes. And I don't even pay taxes as a business. I'm taxed so much before I get there. That's why. And we live in a country that's zero carbon. We use more carbon than we create. Our trees use it. And we're paying tax on the air we breathe and calling it carbon tax? Bullshit, man. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Why are we paying tax on air?
This is bringing people in. People are signing petitions. But is there sort of a next step beyond protests like these to yield more meaningful change, particularly out east? Is there a solution?
Yeah. Sovereignty. Province of, Republic of Alberta. Join the states, separate something that's going to change something and stop doing the same thing.
I mean, I think things are very, powerful. I see people with a lot of passion. I see people who have something to say. They obviously are pushed to the brink. They feel upset, it seems like to me. And honestly, when we came in here, I didn't actually know what to expect when we walked in here. We drove in and I saw the signs and I'm like, all right, these people are organized, they're getting going. Oh, welcome to Canada. At the end of the day, it's just us out here. I firmly believe that most politicians, I think it's professional wrestling all the way across the board. You can quote me on that, baby, because it really is. People act like they hate each other. They act like they're fighting, and then they're having coffee the next morning, saying, "Yeah, we got him. We got him yesterday. Man, that was a good one you did, dude." Well, I fully believe that they're toying with people all the time. They're pushing people all the time. They're trying to get you to be pissed off. They're trying to get you to be aggravated. They're trying to get you to make a mistake so they can have you. I believe that. I believe that my whole life, you know, American, Canadian, I don't care where you live in the world. I think that's a very, very deep-rooted problem.
Folks have been protesting the carbon tax going on 90 days now, beyond that, I think. How important is it for you to be here on Canada Day of all days, standing up for Canadians and standing against the carbon tax?
It's ultimately important. And the reason for that being is it's going to affect all of us in a very detrimental way.
And what do you say to folks, maybe, most people obviously driving by honking in support, what do you say to the few folks who seemingly still haven't come to terms with the fact that the carbon tax doesn't help the environment and all it does is make life less affordable?
I allow them to be who they are. We share information with them, and beyond that, each to their own.
Well, that is a wrap from the carbon tax protest here in Lacombe, Alberta. Not just a wrap when it comes to our coverage, but also a wrap as many of these protesters, after 90 days, are heading back home. They hope that the stand they made a difference, as we saw people coming through, signing in massive numbers, people driving by, honking their horns in support of this initiative. A clear message being sent here on Canada Day to Justin Trudeau and all those who continue to push these policies that don't help the environment, but make life unlivable for so many Canadians. As always, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Sos. If you agree that Canadians don't need more radical environmentalist policies driving up taxes that do nothing to help the environment and make life quite simply unlivable, I'm asking you now to sign our petition at stopthecarbontax.com.